Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today, I want to share a video with you that was inspired by Karina Waldron. For those of you that don't know who she is a fragrance YouTuber, TikTok, Instagrammer, has a huge following. Really awesome. Anyway, she did an Instagram post talking about the only 3 fragrances a woman needs. And honestly, in a collection, usually the average woman has between 1 to 10 fragrances, which is kind of a normal, healthy, manageable collection. But Karina's suggestion was 3: a signature fragrance, a date night fragrance, and a special occasion fragrance. So that got me thinking, and it inspired this video. I am going to share with you a signature fragrance, a date night fragrance, and a special occasion fragrance in all price points. So affordable, designer, and niche. So before we get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button, join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community, and let's get started. When we think about signature fragrance, a lot of women, they want to be associated with a certain scent. And because we have scent memory, if you smell that fragrance enough on one of your loved ones, that scent is associated with the person that you care about. So for some women, they really, really love having that signature fragrance. They wear it all the time. For me, I like mixing it up and trying different things, but it's really not necessary. And a signature fragrance, it's one that you really vibe with. So it may be fresh, it may be clean, it may be fruity, it may be juicy. It can be anything that really, it kind of encapsulates who you are. It may be sexy. Whatever it is, you're allowed to wear that as a signature fragrance. But a lot of times you're going to take into consider things like, does it work well in the cooler weather and the warmer weather? You're going to think about things like that. Is it something that you could wear day and evening? Is it something that is long lasting? These are all questions you want to ask when picking your signature fragrance, but ultimately you just have to love it. So I'm going to share with you my 3 in each category, what I thought of for signature fragrances, but really it's whatever works for you. The reality is we all have different budgets, and it doesn't matter what your budget is. You can smell amazing, whether it's $25 or $250, you can smell good. And really, whether it's $25 or not, it can have longevity. It can smell amazing, and smell like quality, even if it's $25. So you don't have to break the bank to smell amazing, but sometimes you want to have something a little more luxurious. Go for it. But I wanted to have something for every woman, so everyone's included. So to start with, my signature fragrance that I would pick in the affordable category is Sofia by Sofia VERGARA. I love this fragrance. To me, I smell it and I'm like, why don't I wear it more often? Because it's so freaking good. So this is black currant centric. It's got black currant, it's got cassis. What I understand is cassis. I know cassis is French for black currant, but cassis on Fragrantica would be the leafy part of the black currant, whereas black currant, it's the fruit or the leaf is kind of what I understand. I could be wrong. But this also has vanilla in it. I'm not sure if there's rose. I'll have the notes up there. It smells juicy. It's friendly. It's flirty. It's long lasting, like about 5-6 hours, massive projection, just a beautiful fragrance. The other thing that's cool about this one is it feels quite classy. So I think it's a sophisticated fragrance, but it's still kind of juicy, fruity, happy. So love this fragrance. If I were to pick a signature fragrance for myself from the designer, I actually chose 2. So I would either do COCO Mademoiselle. This is probably what would be my signature fragrance. Like honestly, I just love this fragrance. Whenever I'm going to something that's a little bit more dressed up, sophisticated, like for a daytime, this is what I reach for. I just think it's beautiful. The longevity on this is like 12 hours, really, really good. Takes you on a bit of a journey. Starts out kind of a sweet orange and then has some florals in there, dries down a little bit more woody and a little bit vanillic, but the fruit and the florals kind of last the whole entire time. A lot of times with citruses, you lose the citrus. This one, you keep that sweet orange feel the whole entire time. Sofia and Coco Mademoiselle, they don't smell the same, but they kind of have the same vibe. Perfect for work, perfect for church, perfect for shopping. They're just perfect. Now, the other one that I would potentially choose as a signature fragrance in designer is Lancome IDOLE Nectar. Anything from the IDOLE range, of course, is beautiful, but this one, you get that beautiful kind of watery, clean, sweet rose. This one's a little sweeter than the original IDOLE. And then this one has popcorn and caramel and I think vanilla in it. I get the popcorn way in the deep dry down. But this is a juicy, juicy kind of flirty fragrance. Very happy, works well for office, church, all of those kind of things. Longevity is fantastic on this one. This is definitely, actually all three of these are major compliment getters for me. And they all kind of match. I put them all together for a reason. But look at that, isn't that beautiful? So these are all absolutely gorgeous fragrances. This is about 25 bucks. These are a little bit more pricey. For a niche signature fragrance, I would likely choose Possessoir. So Possessoir, it has some ginger and orange on the top. It has quince, so it's super juicy, kind of reminiscent of the other ones. There's some floral like jasmine. I think there's some orange blossom in there. So kind of similar notes to something like Coco Mademoiselle, but I find that Possessoir is a little bit more flirty, a little bit more juicy. I feel like it has a little bit more patchouli in the base, although I believe Coco Mademoiselle has patchouli as well. But it's the same sort of vibe. You've got the fruit, you've got the floral, and you've got a little bit of a woody, spicy base. Beautiful longevity, lovely projection on Possessoir. I just think it's gorgeous. Again, classy, would work for all your daytime occasions. Beautiful signature fragrance. The other one that I think I would go for is Gentle Fluidity Gold. If I was loaded and could spend the money, I would get Gentle Fluidity Gold. And if I want the more affordable version, I would get Gentle Gold from Fragbar because it smells almost identical. So either affordable or niche. I really, really love Gentle Fluidity Gold. Somehow it feels a little bit fruity in the opening. I don't know why. It's not as fruity or flirty. It's a little bit more sensual and sexy, but I honestly think it would make a great signature fragrance as well. So moving on to special occasion fragrance. For a special occasion fragrance in my affordable category, I would pick SHAGHAF Oud. It is a gorgeous rose oud praline combination. So it's got some sweetness in it. It's very opulent and rich smelling. Not for the faint of heart. This thing lasts about 12 hours, projects beautifully, and it's definitely a heavy rose-centric fragrance. This is not something I would wear all the time, but for those special occasions where you want to smell uber fancy, SHAGHAF Oud is amazing. Spicy, decadent oud rose with a beautiful sweetness with that praline in. Super sexy too, but love this fragrance. For special occasion, for designer, I went with Elisab Le Parfum Royal. This one, it's just a beautiful, it's quite a heavy hitter. It's rose, it's a little bit spicy. There's patchouli in this. It's again, a spicy rose combination. It doesn't have the oud, but there's some spiciness in this. There's some opulence. It's absolutely gorgeous. I chose to stay away from Lancome Oud Bouquet because that's part of the kind of the special line, which is way more pricey. So I wanted to stick with designer price. So like, you know, 150 below kind of thing. It's honestly quite affordable on the like FragranceNet and places like that. But this is a beautifully opulent, slightly tart rose. So this has orange in the opening. Honestly, this could be signature scent, but it is a heavier rose, which can be a little bit much for some people, especially in the heat. But a beautiful kind of juicy tart rose. Kind of reminds me of Delina for some reason, even though it's nothing like it. But it has that same kind of vibe. Some spices in there, and then patchouli definitely I think is in here. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure patchouli. Beautiful, beautiful, opulent fragrance. So gorgeous. I love wearing this one. I feel like a total bomb queen when I put this fragrance on. I smell seriously majestic with this one on. It's awesome. So for a niche special occasion fragrance, I chose two. First would be Blackbird. Again, it's in that same kind of rose family. I find rose to be very opulent and kind of majestic, so I associate it more with special occasions. Blackbird by Untamed Perfumes is an absolute gorgeous rose-centric fragrance. It's got rose spices. There's some sandalwood in this. So kind of, again, that woody rose, quite sweet. This one's very decadent. This one gets me major compliments. It's rich and it lasts forever on the skin. So this one's absolutely beautiful. The other one that I would go with is Delina Exclusive, because I just find it as sexy, opulent, and I just love the smokiness in there from that incense. Kind of that rose oud feel is in that, just like in this. They don't smell anything alike, but they've got the same note profile, and I just associate that with more special occasions. So this was the fragrance that I wore at Christmas time. My sister smelt it on me and she's like, can I wear it too? So she put it on too. So it's just an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. Love this one. Now for a date night fragrance in my affordable category. Now this is getting a little bit up there depending on where you get it, but I think it's still 40 or under, is Ansem Gold by Lattafa. Now sometimes what happens with Lattafa is the fragrances get really, really hyped up, and then the prices get up because the demand. So if it goes a little high, you can always wait and the prices do come back down. I know at one point SHAGHAF Oud was 80 bucks and now it's back down to 40, or I think I paid 30 for it years ago. So the prices do come back down. Ansem Gold is kind of a dupe for Ariana by Parfums de Marly. So it's that orange blossom, marshmallow, sweet fragrance. The longevity on this is fantastic. Like I get 10 hours out of this one. Not sure about, I'm not sure about projection, but I do believe that like I can smell it for quite a while. Like it's got a beautiful scent bubble. So this one is sweet, it's sexy, it's alluring. This one honestly could be a signature fragrance or a special occasion fragrance too, honestly. But it's just that sweet kind of fluffy, delicious, sexy orange blossom fragrance. Gorgeous. For my date night fragrance for designer, I went with L'Interdit by Givenchy. So L'Interdit Rouge, it's got, it has ginger. I think there's orange in this one. There's some pimento, there's jasmine. Definitely get the jasmine. Tuberose, maybe do I smell tuberose more? I think I smell more tuberose than jasmine. There's a little bit of a powdery quality to this. And then it's got sandalwood, patchouli, and vetiver in it. To me, this is so sexy. It's a little bit spicy. My husband finds this sexy too, but as this dries down, it becomes like the sexiest root beer you ever smelled. Like somehow it's just a big sexy root beer. Like I've never thought of root beer as sexy. I'm not even a huge fan of root beer, but this as root beer, why do I say that? Because honestly, Mandorlo di Sicilio, that smells root beer to me and I am in love with it. Like I can't stop sniffing it, but it doesn't smell like synthetic root beer. Somehow it's just got a little bit of that root beer vibe. But anyway, this fragrance, so sexy, so sultry, a little bit bad, like not necessarily, this is hot date. Like this is definitely the hot date, not the first date. This is like, you want a little bit of action date, that's this. So this very, very provocative, alluring, intoxicating, slightly villainesque. I love it. Like this is gorgeous. So this is my designer date night fragrance for sure. The fragrance that I picked for my niche date night fragrance, I thought I would do an unboxing with you. So I tried this out a few weeks back and the company sent me the fragrance. It is Cherry Punk. Yay! So this is how it comes packaged with all those little things. They give you some cards. There was a sample in here, but I always do unboxings on Instagram, but I thought I'd do one here. So this is the packaging. I've never gotten a fragrance from them, so I'm really excited to check out the way it's packaged. So it's got a sleeve, and then this is the box. Really nice, just plain paper. sealed on both sides. And this is the fragrance inside. Wow, I've never actually seen one of these bottles in real life. I love it. So first of all, I love the color of this. It looks the same as, it's the same kind of color as the Chronic one that I just got. Love this red bottle. The cap has some marbling. I'll put in a picture so that you can see. This fragrance is like a cherry leather. Oh my goodness. This is so freaking sexy. Except I got it in my mouth and it's stinging my cat scratches. I am so scratched from those cats. Anyway, so this is cherry and I was gonna say it's punk. It's cherry and leather prominent. So that's what you primarily get. Now, what I love about this cherry, everyone loves the Lost Ford cherry. I love the Lost Ford cherry. This is kind of similar, but this is its own thing. So I really appreciate that. Lost cherry is, the cherry in Lost cherry is a little more boozy, a little bit more deep and dark. The cherry in this is still boozy, but it's a little bit brighter. Cherry Punk also has some saffron in, so you get a little bit of that spicy sweetness. This is uber sexy. The cherry is that decadent kind of liquor cherry, a little brighter than Lost cherry, but then it's paired with the leather, which is uber sexy. I'm not sure about the sillage on this one, but the longevity is really fantastic and it's not going to choke out your partner. So if you want to wear something a little bit more intoxicating, like this would be completely different fragrance, but same sort of vibe. Like this is like uber sexy. Like this is, you know, leather jacket, pencil skirt, maybe some sort of like garter type situation, a little bit of a bustier, that kind of feel. That's what this is. So uber sexy with that leather in there. It just smells amazing. Like I love it. I love the opening of it, but I love the fact that that cherry and that leather stay present the whole entire time. So really enjoy this fragrance. Yeah, this is gorgeous for a niche one. Woo! Love it. So those are my top picks for affordable designer in niche if I were just to have 3 fragrances. What about you? What would you choose for yours? Of course, you could do a mix of them. No one has to stay in one specific category. I just wanted to do that so that everybody could be included. But yeah, please share what your 3 picks would be. 1 for signature, 1 for date night, and 1 for special occasion. And I just want to thank Karina Waldron for the great idea. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.